Hello again. So now book 2, paragraph 74. 74. So repeat. Stand up.
Stand up.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
So I'm sitting down and now I'm standing up. My hand is moving up and down. So what's my right hand doing? What's my right hand doing? Your right hand is moving up and down. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're sitting down. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're standing up. Do you sit down after the lesson? Do you sit down after the lesson? No, I don't sit down after the lesson. I stand up after the lesson. Repeat. Cannot.
Cannot.
Can't.
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 Okay. The negative of can is cannot. The contraction of cannot is
Can't.
Okay, so what's the negative of can? What's the negative of can?
The negative of can is cannot.
What's the contraction of cannot? What's the contraction of cannot? The contraction of cannot is can't. Exactly. Can you speak Chinese? Can you speak Chinese?
No, I can't speak Chinese.
Oh, I can't speak Chinese. Yes. Can you put the table into your pocket? Can you put the table into your pocket? No, I can't put the table into my pocket. Then I can't put the table into my pocket. Now, touch it. Yes. Can you touch it? Could you touch the ceiling? Can you touch the ceiling? Can you touch the ceiling?
No, I
can't touch.
I can't touch the ceiling.
Repeat.
Quarter.
Yes. So 1 is a quarter of 4. 10 is a quarter of 40. Quarter, un quarto. Lembra? So how much is a quarter of 40? How much is a quarter of 40? 10 is a quarter of 40. How much is a quarter of 1,000? How much is a quarter of 1,000? 250
is a quarter of 1,000.
What's a quarter of 10? What's a quarter of 10?
A quarter
of 10
is
2 and a half. Or 2 and a half is a quarter of 10. It's okay. So what's a quarter of 5? What's a quarter of 5? 1 and a quarter is a quarter of 5. Repeat. Teach. Learn. So I'm not learning, learn. Very good. I'm teaching you English and you are learning English from me. Repeat. Spanish. Okay, so are you teaching me English? Are you teaching me English? No, I'm not teaching you English. I'm learning English from you. Do you learn Spanish? No, I don't. I don't learn Spanish. I learn English. Do you like learning a language? Yes, I like learning a language. Does she like learning a language?
Yes, she likes learning a language.
Repeat. Easy. Difficult. Grammar. Is English grammar difficult? No. English grammar
isn't difficult.
It's easy. Is Chinese an easy language to learn? No, Chinese isn't an easy language to learn. To learn. It's a difficult language to learn. Is it difficult for you to speak your language? Is it difficult for you to speak No, it isn't difficult.
It isn't
Difficult for me to speak my language. It's easy. It's easy. Is it generally easy for people to write with their left hand? Is it generally easy for people to write with their left hand?
No,
it isn't.
It isn't
Generally
easy
for
people
to
write
with
their left hand.
It's difficult not to write it, to write with their left hand. With their left hand. Fantastic. Repeat. Hand. Mat. Hand. Isso é G quase mudo, né? Hand. So my pen is hanging between my finger and my thumb. Okay? What's my pen doing?
Your pen is hanging between your finger and your thumb.
Is there a light hanging from the ceiling? Is there a light hanging from the ceiling? Yes. There is a light. There's a light hanging from the ceiling. Isso, hanging from the ceiling. Pendurado no teto. Hanging from the ceiling. Is there a map hanging on the wall? Is there a map hanging on that wall?
Yes, there is a map hanging on that wall.
Just to show the people, we have a beautiful map. Yes, so there's a map hanging on that wall. So repeat. By car, de carro. So it's a means of transport. And do you go home after the lesson? By car, by bus, by train, or do you walk home? Do you go home after the lesson by car, by bus, by train, or do you walk home? I go home. I go home after the lesson by car. Not by the car, by car. Exactly. Which do you prefer, to walk or go by car? Which do you prefer, to walk or go by car?
I prefer to walk.
To walk.
I prefer to walk, but
Yes.
I need
to go
by car.
Exactly. Long distances by car. Okay.
Far away.
Far away. Yes. I live in a far away land. Yes. So, and do you come to school by train or by bus? Do you come to school by train or by bus? I don't come to school by train or by bus. I come to school by car. And does she come to school by train or by bus? Does she come to school by train or by bus? She doesn't come to school by train or by bus. She comes to school by car. Repeat. Married. Single. I'm married, but Anna Brown is single. Okay. Repeat. Miss. Anna Brown is Miss Brown. Anna Brown is Miss Brown. So, are you married? Yes, I'm married. Yes, MM. Então, junta os dois M's, fica uma só. I'm married. Ótimo, I'm married. Is Mr. Brown single? No, Mr. Brown
isn't single.
He's married. Is Miss Brown married? Is Miss Brown married? No, Miss Brown isn't married. She's single. Repeat. Miss Brown. Mrs. Brown. This is Mrs. Brown. 2 syllables. Mrs.
Okay.
And this is Miss Brown. 1 syllable. Okay. Repeat. Husband. Wife. Mr. Brown has got a wife, and Mrs. Brown has got a husband. They are married. Husband, wife. So has Mrs. Brown, has Mr. Brown got a wife? Has Mr. Brown got a wife?
Yes, Mr. Brown's got a wife.
Has Mrs. Brown got a husband? Has Mrs. Brown got a husband? Yes, Mrs. Brown's got a husband. Is Mrs. Brown's husband, yes, is Mrs. Brown's husband standing behind the house? Is Mrs. Brown's husband standing behind the house?
No, Mrs. Brown's husband isn't standing behind the house. He is standing in front of the house.
Repeat, mother,
Father.
So my mother's name's Leah. My father's name's Israel. So my mother's husband's name is Israel. My father's wife's name's Leah. Okay. Possessive. So what's your mother's name? What's your mother's name? My mother's name is Ines. What's your father's name? My father's name is Carlos. 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 What's your father's wife's name? My father's wife's name is Ines. My father's wife's name is Ines. What's your mother's husband's name? My mother's husband's name is Carlos. Now you.
Yes.
What's your mother's name?
My mother's name is Dog.
Yes, my mother's name is Dog. My mother's name is Dog. What's your father's name?
My father's name is Francisco.
What's your father's wife's name?
My father's wife's name is Dalva.
What's your mother's husband's name?
My mother's husband's name is Francisco.
Difícil português. Para dar nome mesmo, para terminar sexta-feira. To finish a beautiful Friday, we do that. Yes. Repeat. Child. Children. Only child. So let's see. Anna is a child. Jack is a child. They are children. Mr. and Mrs. Brown have got 2 children. Jack isn't an only child. Anna isn't an only child. Okay? Because Mr. and Mrs. Brown have got 2 children. So what's the plural of child? The plural of child is children. How many children have your mother and father got? How many children have your mother and father got? My mother and father have got 3 children. Are you an only child? No, I'm not an only child. I've got 2 brothers or one brother and 1 sister?
No, one brother only.
Okay, so Mr. Gomez got 1 brother. He isn't an only child because he's got 1 brother. Okay, so repeat. Call. We can call somebody, but I call this a pen. Okay, we call this a book. I'm not calling the book. I call this a book. Okay, so what do we call this? We call this a book. Pen. A pen. Yes, we call this a pen.
Sorry.
Yes. What do we call the people in France? What do we call the people in France? We call the people in France. French. What do we call the thing we wear on our heads? What do we call the thing we wear on our heads?
We call the thing
we wear on our heads. A hat, exactly. What do people generally call their mother and father? What do people generally call their mother and father? People, not the people generally call their mother and father, mom and dad. I call my mom and then I don't say, mother, how are you? I say, mom, how are you? Okay. Dad, how are you? I don't say, father, how are you? Okay. So repeat. One, the other. So for example, both my hands are on the table now. Okay, both my hands are on the table. Now I will change.
Right.
Yes, one hand is on the table and the other hand is on my arm, and the other, I don't have to say the other hand. I can say the other. So both my hands aren't on the table. One is on the table and the other is on my arm. Okay, so are both my hands on the table? Are both my hands on the table?
No,
both your hands aren't on the table. One's on the table and the other's on your arm. Are both my hands closed? Are both my hands closed? No, both your hands aren't closed. One's closed and the others open. The others open. Are both these pens red? Are both these pens red? No, both these pens aren't red. One's red and the others blue. One's red and the others blue. Okay, now repeat. Kind. Tipo. Kind is tipo. So this is a book. This is an English book.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I agree. Yes. So what's this? It's a book. What kind of book is this? It's an English book. It's an English book. What kind of room is this? It's a classroom. It's a classroom. What kind of car do you prefer?
I prefer the economical car.
Economical car. Isso aí é o adjetivo econômico, né? I prefer an economical car. And here, repeat, preposition. The words on, under, in, etc. are prepositions. Yes, the position is there. Prepositions. So give me some examples of prepositions, please. Give me some examples of prepositions, please. Some examples.
For example.
Not for example. Some examples. Some examples of prepositions are on, under, in. Exactly. On, under, in. Isso. Where do you come from? I come from Jundiaí. Jundiaí. When you put Waze, the program, or Google Maps in English, they say journey A.
Yeah.
In two, they say ITU. ITU. Yes. Take the ride to ITU. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's very dangerous. So put in Portuguese. Yes. So let's see. Now, so you come from Jundiaí. So where do I come from? Where do I come from? You come from Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Yes, I come from Sao Paulo. So when we use question words, for example, what, which, and where, we put the preposition last in the sentence. For example, we do not say, from where do you come? This is wrong. From where do you come? We say, where do you come from? Exactly. We do not say, on what are you putting your book? On what are you putting your book? We say, what are you putting your book on? So the preposition comes last in the sentence, not first. So what do we speak with? What do we speak with? We speak with our mouth. Where am I taking the book from? Where am I taking the book from? You are taking the book from the table. What am I putting the pen under? What am I putting the pen under? You are putting the pen under the book. What are you sitting on? What are you sitting on? I'm sitting on the chair. Isso, I'm sitting on the chair. Now, new words, palavras novas, new words. Repeat, north.
North.
North. South.
South.
East.
East.
West.
West.
Now, I will put the camera to the map just to make it a little easier, okay? This is the north, south, east, west. Okay, repeat, cardinal point. Cardinal point. North, south, east, and west are the cardinal points. North, south, east, and west are the cardinal points. Okay, so repeat, Paris. Paris. This is France. Paris is in the north of France. Paris, aqui fica melhor. Paris is in the north of France. Okay, so let me see. Tell me the names of the 4 cardinal points, please. Tell me the names of the 4 cardinal points, please. The names of the 4 cardinal points are north, south, east, west. Okay, so is Greece, here is Greece, okay? Is Greece west of Italy? Is Greece west of Italy? No, Greece isn't west of Italy. It's east of Italy. Is east of ao leste. Is east of ao leste. Is Paris in the south of France? Is Paris in the south of France? No, Paris isn't in the south of France. It's in the north of France. Isso, no norte, in the north. In the north. Is Germany here? Germany is here, okay? Is Germany east or west of Italy? Is Germany east or west of Italy? No, Germany isn't east or west of Italy. It's south. It's north of Italy. It's north of Italy. Ao norte da Itália. It's north of Italy. Yes, we learn geography here in our English book. Yes? So, repeat, place. Place, lugar. Place, lugar, últimas palavras. Place, lugar. Some of. Some of. Algum, alguns de, alguns dos, etc. Pode ser lugar também, né? So, how many places are there in this room? How many places are there in this room? There are 8 places in this room. Is there anybody sitting in that place? Is there anybody sitting in that place? Yes, there is somebody sitting in that place. In that place. Tell me the places of, tell me some of the places you like in this country. Tell me some of the places you like in this country. Some of the places I like in this country
are Curitiba.
Curitiba, Praia Grande. I love Praia Grande.
Long Beach.
Long Beach, yes, Long Beach. Valinhos. I like Valinhos too. Okay, bye-bye everybody. This is the end of the recording. Okay, so